Ready, hunt!
From the Upco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is a Cable Motors OU update with Travis Haney. I'm Jenny Carlson. Travis, a 30-point victory for Oklahoma at Kansas, but the red zone problems. This continues to be an issue for the Sooners. Should it be the overarching concern about these guys right now?
I think it's some of the same things we've said about the Sooners through the first 6 games. It didn't really matter in this game, but it could in a bigger game. And it's more of an omen thing, kind of a red flag for the big games up ahead for the Sooners. 3 of their first 4 trips in the red zone against Kansas, which ranked dead last in the FBS in total defense and a number of defensive categories. If field goals aren't what you want. When you're in the red zone, they want touchdowns. They're inside the 10. They just kind of struggle with fluidity. I think everybody's trying to put a finger on what it is exactly, but it's half a season. And I think that's part of the concern is you've been through 6 games and you're still having these woes against probably the worst team on your schedule, at least in terms of the Big 12 schedule.
So is this a question of play calling, execution? What do you break it down to, why they are having these issues?
Well, I think over the course of those 6 games, you've seen it be both, but as I went back through, and I told you before we got on air here, I think it was more of an error of execution. I think they just didn't quite run the plays as they were called. I saw some variety. They broke out the diamond formation for the first time since the Tulsa game, and on that particular play, the running back, Dom Whaley, just completely whiffed on his block. Kenny Stills gets blown up. So that's not play calling. That's not the coaching's fault. You got to make the plays once the right play is in place. A couple of times I think they were stubborn, tried to run up the middle when nothing was there, didn't check out of a play maybe. So you might throw a little bit on Josh Heupel, a little bit on Landry Jones, but again, this is about the players actually executing the play. Trey Millard trips over his own feet. I couldn't even figure out what he tripped over when I went back and watched it. So a lot of fluke things went on in the red zone, but as Landry Jones said, if they're going to be a championship team, you've got to get it cleaned up.
All right, thanks, Travis. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the uniform.